What do you think has changed from when you tried this the first time, though? What's different? Can you pick anything out? Were you maybe lifting too much before, or too many reps, or too much weight?
Wait, yeah, too much everything, as I always do. Too much. Like,
Okay.
and I mean, this, I want to say that you mentioned this in multiple other podcasts, but like, you don't have to be exiting the gym after your session feeling like smashed. Like, this is why actually I've honestly gotten to the point now where I always do my gym session before my training. And geez, the other day I did it literally before, like, I went out, was like smashing some threshold intervals, meaning, and yeah, I did feel it a little bit, but I was still able to ride at 400, and like more than 400 at times. So like I wasn't that dead. And so it's almost gotten to the point now where it's more so of just like an activation. Like I do so few that it's just an activation. And I've kind of I've figured out that if I'm doing it twice a week, and like I say, I'm literally of my one heavy lift, and I do a couple of other little kind of more so just activation thing with less weight. Like I'll do my squats with my 55 kilos, which is not really a heavy weight lift, right? But just kind of for rebalancing my body a little, a couple different middle motions. But the one heavy lift that I do is now just like an activation. And I feel great. Like you've mentioned that many times. Like I do this and I go out in the bike and my muscles are all engaged. They're all opened up and turned on. Just feels like the pedals are just pedaling themselves. So I'm really doing a lot less. Back in the time when I did it before, I'd be walking back. I was doing it at the gym, so I'd have to get to the gym and all this stuff and be walking back and go, oh my God, this is going to be a painful bike ride afternoon. So way less, way, 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 way less.
I think let's highlight that for me, and maybe other people disagree. If I leave feeling wrecked, it's too much. I love to lift beforehand, and it should be an energized feeling. Yeah, you just, and I'm even talking if people are deadlifting a lot or doing heavier squats, you feel it, but there is a difference. And it does take some experience in lifting of knowing. I mean, I used to overlift so much I could barely pedal zone two. I'm talking low zone two is like, ooh, this is really hard. Just overcooked myself. Now, would that be good if strength was my sport? Sure, but this is okay. Make the gains to make more watts, but don't kill myself. And I think the one caveat that people might find if they really start getting into it is if I'm trying to do like 4x15s or 2x20s or something long, I would definitely notice higher RPE towards the end. I could usually eke it out, but it definitely was like, okay, I maybe lifted a little bit too much, or maybe it's just this is not the day. But if I have like 3 minute efforts, let's go deadlift, and that's when I set PRs. It's I've joked with people, should we be doing rack pulls before a bike race? I think no, because of the fatigue later. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the maximal watts are. It matters who's really good at hour 3.5 for us amateurs not doing really long races, or if you're in gravel, you're doing a 6 hour race. But yeah, so I don't know if rack pulls are the answer, but the activation that you said, that's
Yeah.
mega. That's necessary.
That said, like these guys that do like my best buddy is a track sprinter on the bike, and like they will get in the gym and pound out some heavy lifts right before the race. Where
That's
you're
where I took
like,
rack. I took him from Ashton Lambie. He does rack pulls, I think, before he set the world record, if I remember the podcast correctly. So it's like kind of crazy.
yeah, makes sense. It does make sense. Yeah.